My name's Sarah Morey. I'm one of the co-owners of Earthside Birth and Wellness, which is the first freestanding birth center in the state of Wyoming. My business partner's name is Allison Hayek, and we started this business in August of 2022. We recently moved to our new space about a year ago, and then this past March of 2025 we became accredited through CABC, which is a national organization, and it's the Commission for the Accreditation of Birth Centers in the U.S. Having a natural birth felt very empowering to me and wanted other women to feel that. And once you kind of get into birth work, it can be really addictive and exciting, and just going alongside women for doula services. And a doula is a non-medical support for women in labor, so you kind of go with them to the hospital, help them through their experience, help them advocate for what they want. So we offer free consults, so families can schedule that. They get a private tour. We talk about what birth centers do, what we don't do, how we risk people in or out, what we offer, similarities and differences of us versus OB care. This is one of our lactation consulting rooms. Several of us on staff are lactation consultants, so not only is breastfeeding a really big part of midwifery care, but we offer it to everyone in the community. So then this is our main prenatal exam room space. Like I said, we come in, we can still do blood work, we're checking blood pressures. Midwives in the state of Wyoming are licensed to provide care, so they can do blood work, they can do fetal heart rates, things like that. But we're spending a lot of time with the education piece and really getting to know what they want and trying to offer as much individualized care as we can. One of the biggest issues is just funding. Allison and I have really funded this from our bootstraps and hoping that we can just, from winning little competitions of $6,000 and keep going with that. But actually, to run a birth center is a lot of overhead, and so overcoming the funding challenges and giving ourselves enough runway that actually makes a difference. We didn't come in with a bunch of capital. It's been very much like what's going to get us through next week, and that's been rough to have to kind of deal with the stress of that, and continually seeking ways we can fund it, but at the same time they always seem to come when we need them to. And so we're really looking forward to the next couple years when we can start to really turn that around, from hiring and management and running a business and advertising, and then learning about health insurance and how to take fees, or writing a financial agreement with a client and realizing how much you start appreciating policies and procedures as you build a business. When we very first started, we did plug into the Wyoming Small Business Development. We got connected with an advisor who helped us write a business plan, and that was really helpful. He even had a bigger vision than we did and totally understood from the get-go what we were trying to accomplish, even though it's women and pregnancy and babies and things like that. So we appreciated that. And then shortly after that, we got connected with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, got connected with a program called the Local Crowd. It's like a GoFundMe for businesses. So this is our classroom space that we teach monthly childbirth classes for both our clients and the community. So anyone can take our childbirth classes if they want to learn natural coping mechanisms, breathing, what labor actually looks like, what to expect, options in childbirth, breastfeeding. We also can offer private classes, which I love teaching. One thing we don't want is to become a mini hospital, right? That's just the birth center. It's not at the hospital, but it has the hospital feel, or they're doing all the same things. And how can we really bring that home feel here and really give women individualized care while we're still meeting excellent standards of care. And this is our little birth suite. Another big difference is we want women up, walking, seeking comfort positions, eating, drinking. Being able to walk around and change positions is really helpful for pain management. And then another big thing that a lot of women are hoping for is water birth. So water is a really nice natural pain reliever. When you're in warm water, you relax, and that helps your body open up. And we also catch babies in the pool or wherever women want to give birth. So they're not tethered to the bed, they're not tethered to IVs. They get to move and have a baby in whatever position works for them. I used to operate a lot on like, well, if this gets too hard, that must be a sign that it's not working. Instead of, no, over time, this is a formula, and if you do this formula, you're gonna do it, and you have to just outlast yourself, basically. So those are some big things that we've learned and continue to learn every day.